Welcome back, Overwatch fans, to another amazing night.
We have a fantastic match tonight, no question about it.
Oh my god, yes!
Put the barrage! Make sure they can't even follow up afterwards.
And Wash has found 2 in this fight thus far. Make that 3, make that 4 right now here. Dynamic team gets a 4-man tire!
Those who find the picks will save the fights, and they don't really need to save what they've already won.
Andre gets 3 with the Primal Rage!
Experience tranquility.
Plays that everybody loves to look forward to, especially when you're on the Lucio, when you're on the Orisa and you hit a cheeky javelin, right? And then you have that big hit scan map where you can just let your Widows loose and get those really fun 1v1 situations. What are you looking forward to at Ilios?
I mean, I'm looking forward to, all the things you mentioned, but I'm also looking forward to the compositions. Of course, as of recently, we've seen changes in the meta throughout all of Overwatch, especially with nerfs coming in for multiple meta heroes. Zarya, D.Va, Genji, all getting nerfed. I believe this is the first time that we've seen both of these teams since that meta has changed. But regardless of which, even if the meta has changed, it'll be interesting to see which teams are able to come out on top. Keeping in mind that in another week's time, we're going to have another meta change with the Season 2 coming out, a new hero that won't be available until the finals. But still, it's going to be interesting to see which teams come out on top in the aftermath of all of it.
Yeah, I mean, I hope they're not sleeping still from all that Thanksgiving turkey, because they're going to be having to adjust to those changes like you were talking about. And again, we're going to see those products of the scrims that they are in, and all the kind of theory crafting that goes into this, again, fight for that bye, that really, really sweet bye in the championship bracket.
Yeah, absolutely. We'll have to see which one's able to work out into their favor. Keeping comp coming out here from Fahrenheit, running basically an untouchables comp, except they have Formless on the Reaper there, just trying to poke out the teams. As you see Koala Kings take their stance in the cage here. Fahrenheit looking for an opportunity, but Riker just gets beamed down by that Sojourn of Kilroy, and already Sinup able to finish off the kill there. So Koala Kings in an advantage. A tank missing for Fahrenheit. Now with Formless falling as well, looks like Koala Kings will get the point first.
Yeah, Koala Kings are looking like they're in a great spot here to be able to cap and just be able to hold that space against Fahrenheit. They're forced to push back towards the spawn and kind of regroup here. And I'm interested what kind of approach they're going to take here with this really high amount of mobility coming out from the side of Koala Kings. Wherever they go from the side of Fahrenheit, they can just match really quickly here.
This is extremely low. Will get picked out of the sky by Bubble Wyatt as the point has flipped into the favor of Fahrenheit 972, and it looks like it's going to stay that way.
Yeah, Koala King still holding an advantage here in terms of percentage, but the other side, Fahrenheit, has two ultimates coming online here. A large potential of point presence from the side of Riker using that Roadhog ult to be able to zone here, but they're going to start into the poking phase as well, looking for those early picks.
Ooh, and already a good opening pick right there from Pomku, able to get the Death Blossom kill onto Dino Nuggies. As long as you get the value with that Death Blossom, that's all that matters, but Kilroy is dead. Thomas able to eliminate Formless here, so Fahrenheit still in a disadvantage. Riker trying to find the hook, hits the wall, and will find themselves back in the spawn room here. Fahrenheit starting to fall one by one, and looks like Koala King, all they need to do is just get rid of this Pharah, and that point will be theirs once more.
Every single time we think that Fahrenheit is going to take the point, it seems like we are seeing some good picks come out from the side of the Reaper on Koala Kings. But this is kind of like a big back and forth between the two teams. It seems pretty even right now in terms of the match, but a large hook coming out from Riker here, opening up the point for Fahrenheit.
Riker's hook definitely made the difference there. Now unleashing the whole hog onto the members of the Koala Kings. Nobody in sight of her, but still Riker being able to push forward does knock some people back. And now with Kilroy and Sinop dying, it's going to be Fahrenheit once again taking this point for themselves.
Right, again, flipping, matching the percentage, and with a few ults coming online from their DPS and their supports, Fahrenheit is looking like they're in a good spot. They're in one fight territory. They're gonna have to ult here first here. Try and find that advantage. You do not want to die here with your ultimate online, especially when the first map is on the line here.
Absolutely. Fahrenheit now at 90%. It's last fight territory here for the Koala Kings. They want to try to get this attack. Bubble White has the barrage online, looking for the setup. Kilroy drops extremely low, doesn't die, however. Now overtime is going to be triggered as Thomas touched the point, forced to use the Primal Rage, and Kilroy finds the railgun shot onto Dino Nugs, but Formless with the Death Blossom lands on the three members dead for the Koala Kings. All that's left is Thomas. He's 100 health right now, trying to stay alive, but won't have anything left except for the grave. Fahrenheit are going to take the first point on Ilios.
With the stylish fall into the well, Bubba Wyatt celebrates their victory with Blue Roses here. So what an incredible showing from the DPS in order to clutch out that first map. We're really seeing some great picks from them, and also we're seeing some great ultimate economy usage from the side of Fahrenheit. They're staggering them out, they're using them to their advantage to open up fights. And yeah, I mean, so far this has been a great match so far.
It has been a good match thus far, as now we head over to Ruins, much more of a brawl map, and we already see wholesale swaps coming out from both sides here, Wiglaf.
Yeah, we're seeing a brawl comp come out from the side of from Fahrenheit, and still that poke comp coming out from the side of Koala King. So we'll see if Riker can speed on and just get right up into the face of Koala Kings.
Noteworthy that Thomas now switching over to the Hog of their own. We saw them on the Winston before, but now wanting to commit to that Roadhog, and Kilroy already finding the first kill onto Blue Roses. One of the healers down for Fahrenheit means Riker might have a little bit of a rough time here. Now with Foremost dying as well, it's going to be even harder for Fahrenheit. Pomku able to pick up 2, and it's going to be Koala Kings taking that point for themselves.
Yeah, when your Reinhardt falls down there and you're subject to all that spam from Kompu and from Kilroy, then it's just kind of lights out from there. You know, you get all that spam, you have really nowhere to go at that point. So it's just really important that you find a target and speed onto them with the Reinhardt. I'm hoping to see that play come out here from the side of Fahrenheit.
Absolutely. Fahrenheit looks like they want to try to set up for this left side engage. They got to be careful no one gets picked out here by Thomas. Nobody got hooked, thankfully. Fahrenheit able to make their way into the small room, and Riker finds the fire strike kill onto Kilroy, immediately eliminates one of the most highly damaged threats there on the side of Koala Kings. Despite that, however, Thomas lands the hook onto Riker, and Synop's able to finish out the job here. Fahrenheit down their main tank, but now Koala Kings are down their Lucio. They don't have that speed boost advantage, but still, Thomas is alive and well. The pig is still singing, and the rest of Fahrenheit have nothing to do about it right now.
Yeah, they have nothing to do about it, especially when Formless has these massive sightlines that they are able to take. And the window's coming out here to kind of set up for that as well.
Absolutely. Fahrenheit still want to try to engage into this. Tactical Visor comes out here from Pomku. Already eliminates Dino Dogs, looking for more. Riker is all left on the point as the rest of Fahrenheit trying to push in, but Pomku has found another kill on the Formless, and it's going to be Koala Kings holding this point strong, 65%.
Really, this is a tough matchup from the side of Fahrenheit because they have such long sight lines from the side of Koala Kings that they're able to run around, they're able to rotate and just run away from the Reinhardt, really, and just continue to chip and chip away at Fahrenheit.
Ooh. Okay, well that might be an opening for Fahrenheit. Formless lands the long-distance shot onto Kilroy, unleashes the overclock as well to do even more lethal damage as the Koala Kings need to try and retreat. Fahrenheit making their way in. They use the beat here from Dino Nugs as another railgun shot is found onto Synop here, and it's going to be Fahrenheit trying to take this point for themselves, but Koala Kings brought it to 96%.
Yeah, Formless really just going off with that railgun and that overclock. We're seeing a little bit of a healing coming here from the side of Blue Roses, trying to get towards that ultimate. Anything you can get, really. At this point, they probably know that Koala Kings has 4 ults online. They're holding a massive advantage. They only need 1 fight left to win this map, really, to just take Ilios for themselves.
Absolutely, as now the Kitsune Rush comes out here from Synop, but Preach dies because of the Blossom coming out from Bubble Wyatt. Riker does not even invest the Shatter, and already 3 kills are found here from Fahrenheit. Thomas finds the kill onto Bubble Wyatt, but it's all for naught here. Koala Kings forced to retreat once more.
You don't need that Shatter. You already have down 2. Your Reapers doing work. It's really looking good in terms of the ult economy right now. They're making the most that they can.
Absolutely, but Thomas finds a critical hook onto Blue Roses. The shatter is there from Riker, but the cleanse is there from Sinnoh to bring everybody back up from the ground. Kilroy unleashes the overclock here and already finds 2, looking for a third on the Bubble Wyatt and Dino Nugs, but regardless of which, Koala King just cleaning up the point right now. Dino Nugs trying to touch the point, will be able to, but is forced to by Thomas, as Koala Kings looks like you're going to be tying up the map here on Ilios and bring us to a decider on Lighthouse.
That was a masterclass in how to play a spam comp versus brawl. You're taking your angles, like I've been saying this entire time. You're spreading out, you're chipping down, and you're just able to make the most of your attack visor and your overclock when you only have Reinhardt in one spot and the rest of the team out in the open. So I'm seeing some great stuff from the side here of Koala. So it's a real nail biter right now, right? So it's a 1-on-1. It's the first match. We talked about the stakes already, so we don't have to rehash that. But it doesn't look like they're gonna swap the comp either, even though this is a little bit more in the side of brawl now for Lighthouse.
We'll definitely see if it works. We did see that Roadhog of Thomas get a lot of value there on Ruins, so we'll see if it gets that same amount of value here as Fahrenheit start making their way toward the point, trying to stay in as much cover as possible just so they can set up and bunker, because they are a bunker comp. This brawl comp wants to play together, and they want to play together on the point because that's where they benefit the most. Kilroy's going to immediately take the high ground here, trying to find some picks from afar. Almost lands a critical shot onto Blue Roses, but the Immortality Field is there to protect the team. But now you see Koala Kings, they're just set up on both of these perches. They're just taking angles from all around, and Kilroy able to get the kill on the Formless because of it. Pomku finds the kill onto Riker as well, and now the Koala Kings moving right in. That point is going to be theirs first.
Wow, some clutch hooks from the side of Tomas here. And also, once again, we're just seeing the same thing play out over and over again from the side of the Koala Kings. They are showing why they are the kings of the marsupials by now. So we'll see if they can come back from the side of Fahrenheit. Are hoping to see some windows, some support ultimates comes out from the side of Fahrenheit, but we'll see if they can build that in time. We'll see that in the mid fight here. But from the side of Koala Kings, they are just sitting pretty on the high ground and chipping away once again at Fahrenheit.
Yeah, definitely. Right now, Koala Kings, their goal is to try and chip away and find those pokes, and Tom is doing a great job finding a first chip onto Formless here. Blue Roses dies as well to Preach, and Thomas is not done! Gets the hook shot onto Bubble Wyatt, can't get the melee onto Riker, but still, a team wipe from the Koala Kings. They continue the hold.
If you play as Lucio, you know how good that environmental kill feels. I mean, what a fun way to open up that fight. And also, what a great job again from the side of Koala King's DPS in order to just keep chipping. But we see a swap onto Winston, hoping to contest potentially the high ground with the Tracer and the Genji as well. They're going more to that dive comp. We'll see if they can isolate here the targets that are sitting away, trying to get those angles.
Absolutely, it is a full sale comp swap here from the side of Fahrenheit, looking to be more dive oriented. Don't want to go for that brawl style because the rest of the enemy team is just picking them out, and Preach gets the first kill onto Riker immediately. Kilroy unleashes the overclock, finds the headshot onto Dino Nugs and Blue Roses, and Koala Kings continue the hold. It's last fight territory for Fahrenheit.
Yeah, this is for the map right here, and we have a lot of ults online from the side of Koala Kings. It's 4-2-1. That's the risk that you take when you swap. You might be able to get some better fights overall, but you are putting yourself at a disadvantage in terms of ultimates, and we'll see which come out first here.
And Beat comes out here first from Dino Nugs as Fahrenheit start making their way in. Beat comes out from Preach as well to negate the effects. Now the Kitsune Rush and the Whole Hog use, and Thomas is just a machine gun, but Formless finds 2 with the Pulse Bomb. It's still winnable here for Fahrenheit, but now with Formless dying, all that's left is the Kiriko of Blue Roses. She will die in the aftermath, and the Koala Kings are going to sweep Lighthouse and take the first map of the series.
What a game. We are seeing some stellar DPS from the side of Koala Kings. Not only that, but we're seeing, we got that super speed Roadhog all at the end there with the Kiriko Rush. That's always something that's fun to see. So we are going to move soon into our next map. But before we even talk about that, I just want to see a little bit more of that dive comp from the side of Fahrenheit, right? We only got to see it for one fight, really. So honestly, we don't even really get a good impression of how they would have played it. I would have liked to see, because we are seeing some great plays from the side of Bubble Wyatt. So maybe that dive comp can help pull it around in the next map.
It definitely could. We definitely saw Bubble Eye do great on the Pharah when it came to Ilios. Well, we did also see Formless get that 2k Pulse Bomb stick, so there was potential there for that dive comp to work. Considering that, I mean, Formless switched onto the Tracer on that second fight, built up a Pulse Bomb in 2 fights. That's not easy to do, especially with Tracer, you know, not being really meta at the moment. Somewhat being meta depending on what region you're from, but still, Tracer building up a Pulse Bomb that quick is definitely hard to do, so we'll have to see what Fahrenheit decide to do. They do get the choice of our hybrid map, so we'll be able to see what they decide to choose here out of our hybrid map pool, which is Midtown, Paraiso, and Eichenwald here. They get to choose the next map, so we'll see what they decide to do here for that hybrid map. What do you think is their best option heading into this next map here?
Yeah, I'm definitely, I mean, we've been talking about the dive comp, but also if they choose to match the Hog, I would love to see that Hog Kiriko that we were talking about earlier. We could see a lot of synergy come out in terms with that last fight where we saw the is there a name for that combination of alts, the Hog Kiriko alt?
I don't think there is right now. Yeah, I don't think there. I don't think there is. I'm not familiar with one, is what I should be saying. But
sure.
I mean,
well,
if you can come up with a name, we'll use it. But
we can just call it a machine gun for now. But I mean, I guess there's so many machine guns in this game, so we'll think about it.
You could call it a Gatling gun. It technically is a Gatling gun because it's just, you know, it's literally as fast as Bastion's primary fire, so
right.
It could just be a Gatling gun, so
okay, yeah, we can call it the Gatling gun, sure. And also we can see as well from the side of Fahrenheit that if there's a way potentially for them to just kind of isolate and take care of really of Kilroy and yeah, there are other DPS. That would be Pomku. Yeah, Pomku. That would be great because Pomku is a real issue right now for Fahrenheit. Pomku was popping on the soldier last round, so I'm gonna keep an eye on them. I'm gonna see how they continue to play on this next map. It seems like we're gonna be going to Paraiso, so. I mean, what else in terms of the side of Fahrenheit should we look for?
I mean, definitely we'll have to see what sort of comps they decide to adapt to. We are seeing a swap come in for the side of Fahrenheit. Riker is coming out on the tank role and being replaced by Stopu. So obviously these two tank players used to play together back when Overwatch was 6v6. You had 2 tanks, 2 DPS, 2 supports. Now they have to play in separate categories because now it's a 5v5 format and there's only 1 tank. So Riker probably is the main tank specialist. Stopu is probably the off-tank specialist. So we could be seeing more off-tanks in circulation. We could see D.Va. We could see Zarya. We could even see tanks that that Riker may not be able to play. We could see the Junker Queen, for all I know. We could see the Doomfist. We could see Roadhog even, because we saw a lot of Roadhog from the Koala King. So there's potential here for both of these as we head into Paraiso for our second map. Keep note that the Koala Kings will be on the defense. Fahrenheit 972 will be on the attack here for this map.
Yeah, and just real quick before we go into this map, tomorrow we're going to be on stream with the Tranquility playoffs, or the for Transcendence tier, which is Death Cards versus Amnesia. So same time again tomorrow at 8:30. Be sure to check that out. And remember to hit the follow button because we're almost at 4,444 followers or something. So be sure to help us get there and get that alliteration that is so fun to say. So
yeah,
we are seeing some comps come out here from the side. Again, we're seeing that off tank that we're just chatting about. We're seeing the D.Va comp from the side of Fahrenheit. Yep. Sorry, took me a second, but yep, from Fahrenheit. So, well, that's kind of an interesting one. I haven't really seen that played too much personally, so we'll see how that works out.
D.Va was a meta pick back before the nerfs came in, but D.Va still is kind of strong as a tank role. We'll see if it works into the favor here as now Fahrenheit come out once again running this Pharah comp, but Koala Kings are prepared running this Soldier and Sojourn composition. They are prepared with the hit scan coming out from Pomku. just trying to do a lot of damage here as Fahrenheit start making their way in. You already see Bubba Wyatt just getting burned down here by Pomku. Not really healthy for that Pharah, but that's allowing the members of Fahrenheit to start moving back in. Foremost gets the hack off onto Kilroy, but is unable to finish off the kill as the rest of Fahrenheit just try to keep moving their way in. Right now, it's just a slow engage we're seeing here, Wiggloff.
Yeah, they're looking for those hacks. They're looking for that distraction. They're trying to draw away the LOS from the line of sight from the DPS here. They're trying to make sure that those hit scan are distracted and are not shooting the Pharah or the Mercy.
Ooh, but what a good setup there from Fahrenheit. You could just barely see it. The hack came on to Pomku from Formless, and Stopu was right there to immediately dive the soldier there of Pomku, eliminating one threat here. Good setup there from the side of Fahrenheit, and now they're starting to push forward. They found 2 picks already. Kilroy dies as well. With Thomas being hacked, Fahrenheit are going to start trying to establish themselves on this point. Oh, but what a hook coming out from Thomas, lands right on the Formless, eliminates the Sombra. The remech comes out from Stopu, able to eliminate Preach, but the rest of their team is falling around them. Koala King's going to be able to hold this right before the first tick is taken.
Oh my gosh, you just can't, you can win the point, but remember that when that tank is up, when Tomas is in the corner, you can't go to sleep just yet. You can't just sit there. You have to get ready to dive. You have to get ready to take down a member, but that is exactly what they need to be doing, is jumping the targets, making sure that they are grabbing a hack, grabbing the attention of a member of the Koala Kings here.
Blue Rose is going to unleash the Valkyrie here as Fahrenheit start making their way in. Hack goes right back onto Pomku once more, has the tactical visor, but Kilroy sends Formless right back to the spawn room with a punch to the face. Pomku eliminates Bubba Wyatt as well, and it's going to be Koala Kings being able to hold this point once more.
Koala Kings, I mean, the way you set up that Kiriko, it's like that high ground is perfect for it. You can your hitscan can just kind of run back and forth, getting the buff, really being able to take advantage of it. So that's kind of a fun thing about this map, is that as a hitscan player, there are really just so many places that you can set up and so many angles you can take. And when there's a Pharah kind of in that wide open courtyard, it's free reign for you.
Pretty much. Fahrenheit start making their way in. It's also worth noting Thomas used the whole hog in that, but now the EMP comes out from Formless, and it's a massive one. Already 2 kills results of him as Kilroy tries to use the overclock to find kills, is able to find Bubba Wyatt, and now finds the headshot kill on the Dino, though. Looking for the kill here onto Formless, but is unable to land the shot here. Koala King still trying to hold strong, but Sit Up now dead. Kilroy now dead. All that's left is Thomas on this hog, and Fahrenheit are going to start pushing this cart, but as I say that, you see the rest of Koala Kings coming out. Stopu forced to use the bomb right on the point, will force the members of Koala Kings away, won't be able to get the mech back, however, as Pomku finds them. Pomku also finds the rocket right into the barraging Bubba Wyatt, and Koala Kings are bringing this back. They're going to continue this hold.
Oh my gosh, we're seeing some incredible soldier play here from the side of Koala Kings. This is insane. Every single time we think that Fahrenheit has the point, every single time they think that they can start to sway the side of the fight, somehow from the depths, the Koala Kings climb back up on their tree and say that this is their point. They are not going to be leaving it. They're going to try and get this full hold here in a second.
5 seconds remaining on the clock. Fahrenheit do have this Kitsune online if they want to use it, and that's exactly what they're going to do. Overtime will be triggered as they start pushing forward. Pomku immediately uses his tactical visor, and the beat comes out from Preach to keep the rest of the team alive, and Blue Roses is now dead. Pomku finds another crucial pick. This has been one of many this entire series. Bubba White, however, trying to answer back, finds the kill on the Kilroy, but now that whole hog coming out from Thomas is just going to clean up the rest of the point. The Koala Kings cleaning up the members that they need, and it's going to be a full hold coming out here from the Koala Kings.
Wow, what a masterclass in the terms of, again, that spam hit scan comp. We are seeing Koala Kings just setting up, taking names, and this is going to make it so hard here for Fahrenheit to take the map. They really only have a few chances, if that, in order to tie here, essentially, because they, at this point, you can't win. It's just a loss or a tie. So I mean, we're also seeing a double kill come out at the end from Preach there, so you can't sleep on the Lucio either. The Lucio is going to take you out from the side of Koala Kings. So again here, we're going to see a more they're going to try and run the diva again from the side of Fahrenheit, but we'll see what can happen here with the Torbjorn. That's a little bit of a spicy pick, but yeah. What are your thoughts about these comps?
I mean, hard work pays off whenever you're playing Torbjorn. I think it definitely can work into the favor here for Fahrenheit. Fahrenheit, I've seen them several times. They are not a team that plays your traditional compositions. They play a bunch of wacky stuff, if it wasn't already apparent by the fact we've seen so much Pharah coming out from them. But, I mean, sometimes they're able to make it work here. We'll see if it tries to work here against the Koala Kings, as they're coming out with the bread and butter that we've seen them on this entire time. The Soldier, Sojourn, Roadhog, Kiriko, Lucio here from the side of the Koala Kings as they start making their way over to the point. Thomas tries to get an early hook, misses it unfortunately here, so the Koala Kings trying to look for that opening here, and that's all it's going to take. It's just going to take one opening. Kilroy has the full charge railgun, misses the first shot here as Koala Kings start making their way through the little burrows here of Parejo to try and find their way into the point. Antony comes out here from Dynadugs, but Formless gets a railgun shot right to the face, or at least to the body here, as Koala Kings starts to try and make the engage, but Pomku ends up dying to Stopu here. All that's left now is Thomas on the point. The rest of his team is not far behind now as I say that. Fahrenheit still trying to make it all work. Stopu's out of mech, however. The possibility is here for the Koala Kings. Right now, they're taking it slow. Might be taking it faster now with Dino Nugs dying, but Formless finds Thomas.
Formless finds Thomas, and we are seeing trades come out from each side of the fight right here. So it's going to be a first successful hold for the side of Fahrenheit, and they will have some ults coming online here soon. That Nano Blade is what we are looking for in the mid fight here, unless Dino Nugs is forced to use it early. But really, they're sitting here with a pretty good hold in terms of the ultimate economy, in terms of their setup, and we see Formless on the Tracer as well now.
Again, as I mentioned back on Ilios, Formless was able to build up a Pulse Bomb extremely quick. Now on the Tracer, 87%. Bubble White able to find Preach, but Stopu's now dead to Pomku here, as now Koala Kings start making their way. What a shot coming out from Kilroy. The railgun headshot right onto Dynadugs, but Bubble White is still alive and kicking. The blade comes out. It lands onto Pomku. Sit up dies as well to a slice. Formless's Pulse Bomb doesn't hit anything, but all that's left is Thomas on the point, getting bullied by Kenji and Zenyatta, and Fahrenheit continue this hold.
They continue it, and not only that, but they managed to get it out with only using one ult here. So we're going to see that Nano online, we're going to see the bomb online for zoning, but it looks like Koala Kings are starting to already push in aggressively, or at least starting to poke here as they approach the point. 1 minute, less than 2 minutes online for the Koala Kings to push here. This is looking doable for the side of Fahrenheit.
It's looking possible for the draw here. Koala Kings trying to make the engage. Thomas finds the hook onto Stopu, who gets the Nanobos courtesy of Dino Nugs. Now the push comes in here from the side of Fahrenheit. The Kitsune used here from Sinop, and the whole hog as well used here by Thomas, but it gets absolutely no value because he was forced away because of the bomb. Now the mech is gone here from Stopu. The Transcendence is used here from Blue Roses as Fahrenheit are starting to get pressured even more. Again, Bubble White in the back trying to find more kills, but Pomku has the tactical visor, finds the kill on the Stopu, finishes out Bubble White with the visor, and the rest of the Koala Kings just cleaning up the remaining members of Fahrenheit. Koala Kings, it looks like at the end of the day, they're going to match point here out of Parejo.
They are going to match point. What a round. It was really swinging either way during all those fights. Any of those fights you could be looking at. You're seeing as swaps come out, these trades come out from one side trading either a support for a DPS. It's just going back and forth. It's a slugfest, and that's what you love to see during these matches, during these playoff matches. So we're again seeing some better swaps, honestly. I really like the swaps that we saw come out here from the side of Fahrenheit. The dive played really well into their favor, even though they were forced to use that nano really early there onto their diva. I think that they gave it their best shot and made the best of a full hold situation, because we both know that sometimes that's all you need. You need a swap for you to figure out your composition, and then from there that's all you can do, right? You can give it your best shot after you adapt. And if you have enough time, then potentially you can draw. But otherwise, you're making the best of the odds that you can in that situation.
Absolutely. We're definitely seeing Fahrenheit try to take advantage of the odds, try to bring them into their favor here, switching up those compositions. They have to, however, try to find their balance in these compositions, or else they're going to be losing this series. We're going to go to a quick halftime break. When we come back, we'll see if the Koala Kings are locking in their semifinals spot, or if Fahrenheit are going to get the reverse sweep started and completed. We'll see you after the break. The flames of Fahrenheit 972 have been burning blue throughout the playoffs thus far, but now they're starting to dim a little bit, as right now they are down 0-2 in the Koala Kings, as Koala Kings are at match point in the upper bracket finals. Bowsy here with Wigloff, as we're heading into our third map, Escort here. Fahrenheit 972 once again get the map choice. This map can determine if they are going to the semis, or if they have a chance at the semis, or if they're going to the quarterfinals.
Yeah, these koalas are stomping on some hot coals right now. They're trying to put out the flames. They are trying to secure their bye for the championship bracket. There's, like you said earlier, a lot on the line here. There's some time to chill with that bye. There's some time to adjust to the new meta changes and additional scrims. There is a lot that is going on and has been going on over the course of this broadcast. So if you're just tuning into the broadcast right now, then we hope that we're doing it justice in terms of telling you what's at stake, in terms of letting you know that the next match is really a crucial one for both of these teams. I mean, we're going to move into our, I believe it's going to be Circuit Royale for the last map here.
Yep, Circuit Royale will be our third map of the series. Could be our last if Koala Kings are able to take it. And you talked about like all the stakes at play for multiple different teams and updates going on. We have some updates on the other matches going on tonight. Of course, 3 matches, including this one, are currently taking place to determine the championship bracket seeding for the Tranquility Gaming Harmony Tier Season 9. Over on the other side, the Aurum side for the winners bracket, Narwhal Connects and Geometric is currently a 2-1 scoreline for Narwhal Connects. They were up at the half. Geometric took the third map. Geometric trying to save themselves a quarterfinals appearance. Narwhal Connects trying to make a semifinals appearance and become the lowest seed to make a semifinals run in this tournament. Meanwhile, for Galactic Penguins versus Ace High, it is currently tied 1-1 right now to determine which team is going over the championship bracket and which team is going home. As we're going to be heading into Circuit Royale here for our third map. Again, it's last ditch effort for Fahrenheit to try and get a bye in the championship bracket. It's either win this or they're going to quarterfinals, and Koala Kings will get the bye in the championship bracket come the championship bracket when it starts next week.
Right, and like we said, those lower bracket teams are fighting for the spot against the loser of that team, and then that will be it, right? You fight against the lower bracket winner, and if you lose against the lower bracket winner, then you're done for the season. So this is all about momentum. This game is really all about setting up how you're going to be playing next week. This is your last time to really try anything spicy before everything is put on the line. So we're going to see, hopefully, a little bit of swaps from each of the teams in terms of the compositions. We were seeing some dive comps earlier. We were seeing a lot of spam comps earlier as well. And it looks like we're going to be seeing the Sigma Brawl from both teams. The Widowmaker Ditto is something that's always fun to see here, especially as you round the corner to that second point. That uphill battle, quite literally, is always something that is interesting to see, and especially I'm hoping that that will be, not hoping, I think it's gonna be a tough fight for the side of Fahrenheit, since we've seen such strong DPS play from the side of the Koala Kings, and that hill is in favor of the hit scan players. So we're seeing Fahrenheit come out of the gate here looking for an early pick on the Widowmaker. And yeah, Bowsy, what do you think about these comps?
I definitely think the comps favor this sort of map. This map is very long, has a lot of pick potential, and you already see Formus finding the head of Thomas, but it's not enough to make a lethal blow here. Fahrenheit start rounding the corner here. Noteworthy on the side of Koala Kings, there is a swap. Eagle Debop has come in here for Synop, so we'll see if this Zenyatta of Eagle Debop is going to make a difference here. That's a fun name to say, just saying that right now, Eagle Debop. Regardless, Fahrenheit 972 looking for their way in here, as right now they're just waiting for the poke here. It's all going to come down to that macro play and trying to find that pick. Eagle Debop almost falls first to Stopu. That would have been a terrible way to welcome them into this match, but still Koala Kings holding their ground, and Kilroy finding a railgun shot in the Formless is going to help with that. Yeah,
that railgun shot really has been lethal tonight, and we're seeing it continue to be lethal. A little bit of a showdown here from the side of the Koala Kings and but it's really just going to end up being a brief hold, right? Once you get those few picks down, then it's tough to be able to push forward, especially through this choke point where you have a Sigma who can just match up and brawl and shove a shield in your face, right? So with Iggledy Bop here looking for an early pick, maybe we can see some spam here. Both the flex support here and Kilroy are challenging the Widowmaker, which is, that's interesting to see. We usually, that's something that you try to respect, but so far they've been pretty good about the shots that they've been hitting.
Yeah, right now Koala King is just looking for that first pick to close out the fight immediately. Fahrenheit looking for the pick to try and push them in. Formless does land a shot onto Kilroy, but Pomku ends up dying to Stopu, who switched over, I believe, to the Winston. Yep, that is indeed the case, and already Stopu making an impact on this Winston has found two. Will die to Thomas here, but Koala King still forced to back up after they lost two in that fight, and now a third with Iggledy Bop getting their head removed by Formless.
That's how you open it up. You dive in with the Nano Monkey. You dive in onto that squishy backline. Really, as long as you can jump right past that Sigma or walk right past the Sigma, doesn't matter how you do it. You just gotta get past that BB tank. Then you can open it up for the rest of your team. And speaking of opening it up, we're seeing 3 ults from the side of Koala King that they can use.
Absolutely, the first ult's going to come out. Breach uses that amplification matrix. Bubble Wyatt looking for an opportune time to get a blade, but with Stopu dying, it's just going to be an immediate reset here from Fahrenheit as they're not wanting to engage into this.
They do not want to challenge that barrier once they already have lost one and are able to give out more ult charge, but does it really matter at this point when they almost have 5 ults online from the side of Koala Kings? And it's right now, it's just, again, looking for, a jump denied from the side of Koala Kings.
Definitely the jump coming out there from Stopu gets denied by Thomas with the rock, but Bubble Wyatt has the blade online, and Formless finds the head of Pomku. Dino Nugs, however, dies to Kilroy, but the blade still going to be invested here. But Kilroy finds the kill of Bubble Wyatt. He says, "Domo arigato, Mr. Roboto," and sends that Genji right back to the spawn room. The overclock comes out from Kilroy as well, trying to find more kills as Thomas kills himself. Kilroy gets hit with a headshot, and Fahrenheit are still in this. Breach and the Iggledy Bopper right now the only people on the point. Pomku's back from the grave, and they're going to help finish out the fight here for the side of the Fahrenheit.
You can see Iggledy Bop just hanging out there on the top of that little, what do you call it? Just the top of the hill, that little overlook, able to shoot down, able to fire from safety as they just sit, really, and are able to get free reign.
Oh, yeah, but a good anti-nade coming on to Thomas here as overtime is triggered, but Pomku has the tactical visor, already eliminates Dino Nugs. That anti-nade and that nano will not be in play. Blue Resist finds the kill into Pomku, however, as they push forward, but the rest of the Koala Kings are cleaning up Fahrenheit 972, and that blue flame of Fahrenheit is looking pretty extinguished right now. They will have to do a fuller hold on the Koala Kings to keep their hopes alive.
Tomas popping there with that Sigma Brawl. That's what we were talking about. Where you walk forward with your rock and you have the rest of your team enabling you. It's just free reign. You can walk wherever you want. This is an open sidewalk for you to take a stroll and strut your stuff, show off your skills. So that's the power. That's the power of that hill with the spam comp. And even though they were trying to get a dive from the side of Fahrenheit, it was just getting shut down over and over again. It was tough. It was tough. And now they're going to have to hold, like we said, a fuller hold, not even that first point here. So we will see how this will pan out, because this is it. This is for the map right here. This is going to be Fahrenheit's last chance to keep the flame alive for the end of this match. Otherwise, it's time to go to the lower bracket.
Well, not the lower bracket.
Not the lower bracket. To face off against the lower bracket winner.
Yeah, they're going to be facing off against the winner of Galactic Penguins versus Ace High. But still, that's a quarterfinals match. That's one match that you're going to have to get ready for the meta to come out the exact same day that you play their match. So Fahrenheit, they're going to hope that this Hanzo Sojourn comp that they're using here will be able to work into their favor as Koala Kings come out of the gate with the same comp that they see them, except Pomku is on the Genji. Interesting. We have not seen a Genji from Pomku this entire day, but now they're popping it out here on Circuit Royale, trying to take advantage of it.
yeah, maybe he's feeling himself at this point, right? Having a full hold, having 1-2 maps, this could be a little bit of ego, but we'll see if that ego will play off, even though Bubba White gets a quick pick.
Yeah, you know what they say about ego. You don't want it to go too much, as now you see Fahrenheit 972, they did get that first pick, but now they're falling one by one. Dino Nugs will be able to eliminate Pomku, but not at the cost of their own life. And now Fahrenheit not looking clean right now. There's only 40 meters left for the Koala Kings, and they got the map. Fahrenheit need an answer immediately.
Immediately is right, because the car is pushing in. There's only a few meters left between Koala Kings and victory as they start to pull up towards that hill, that lethal hill where Hitscan can just sit up there and beam down all day. But that doesn't matter since you need to contest at the end of the day.
Bubba White is able to touch. The contest is there from the side of Fahrenheit as they start pushing forward and keeping the point alive. Good rock from Thomas forces back Thomas, or good rock from Stopu forces back Thomas as Fahrenheit still trying to find some kills. But Kilroy has found Bubba Wyatt. The Genji now out of the picture here. Fahrenheit needed to come up with a pick immediately, but they haven't been able to find anything. Blue Rose's Immortality Field is down, and Formless is trying to find anything right now with the Sojourn. They need to come up big, but Thomas gets rid of Stopu. The Gravitic Flux is there. Everybody from Fahrenheit lifted off the ground, and it's going to be the Koala Kings taking the 3-0 sweep. They've secured themselves to the semifinals of Harmony Tier.
They have secured themselves to the semifinals. They flew their way there with 3 wins in a row. Doesn't mean they weren't hard fought on the side of Fahrenheit, but that's just how it's going to end up, unfortunately, for this match. And we saw great plays here from the side of Kilroy and from Pomku. We also saw some awesome plays from the side of Bubba Wyatt as well. Just some real zingers from both of the DPS.
Absolutely. Fahrenheit definitely had some potential. They're not out of a tournament yet. They still have to play a quarterfinal match next week. But still, a really good showing here from Fahrenheit 972, but it's Koala Kings coming out on top with the victory here. But now, as the dust is settled and Marsupial Sweep is probably being spammed in all of our chats, I want to know, Wiglaf, who is your player of the match from the side of the Koala Kings?
I will have to say that I think it's gotta be Pomku. Pomku was just popping the entire time on the Soldier, on the Sojourn. I think it was decided for me. What about yourself, Bowsy?
I mean, definitely we saw a lot of good performance coming out from Kilroy there. I'm going to give mine to Pomku on the side of the Koala Kings. We saw a lot of good performance from that Soldier, and it made the difference against the Pharah that Fahrenheit were running. So, I mean, definitely made a lot of impact. So I'm going to give my player of the match to Pomku from the side of the Koala Kings. Definitely a valiant effort from the Koala Kings. Now locked into the semifinals. They will play the winner of... They will play another match. They'll play a match in 2 weeks' time, I'm pretty sure. Yes, I believe I got that right. 2 weeks' time, where we'll be able to see if they're able to make their way into the grand finals. But before we go away, we're not done just yet. We're going to be jumping over to another match because we still have other Harmony Tier matches currently in progress. So, we'll be right back. We're going to jump to a quick break, and we'll be back with another match in the Harmony Tier North America. Welcome back, everybody, from that quick break. Good news, we have another match to show you. Of course, we did see the Koala Kings 3-0 Fahrenheit 972, putting Fahrenheit into the quarterfinals. The winner of this match faces off against Fahrenheit Galactic Penguins versus Ace High. Bowsy, once again joined here by Wigloff. Currently, it is 2-1 in favor of Ace High as we're heading into map number 4. Coliseum is the map choice from the Galactic Penguins. They need to win this map or else their season is over.
Right, these are some big odds here. We were talking about our stakes here. We were talking about stakes last time, but either way, win or lose, right? You're in the quarterfinals, but now this is quarterfinals or go home. So we'll see moving into this third or fourth map, rather, who is going to be able to either take it home or push us to a map 5 from the side of Galactic Penguins if they pull a win here. So
yeah.
Coalesceo, we have, in order to get that first contest, the robot there. It's that long corridor, and we're seeing some brawly type comps come out from each of the teams. With the May on the side of the Penguins, we are getting more of that slower brawl comp, whereas with the Ace High team, we're seeing more of that fast-paced dive comp that is dominating the meta right now.
Absolutely, and you said map 5 real quick before this fight actually begins. Right now, Narwhal connects versus Geometric. The other match going on is in a map 5, as now the two teams going right up against each other right now. Nova trying to poke out here with Chobi reigning right now with that Reinhardt. So we'll see if the brawl composition gets the best of him here. Alpha Soldier just looking for each other here, just trying to find a pick onto one another. Onyx forced to use that Immortality Field early here, as now the push comes in here from the side of Ace High. However, you do see that Galactic Penguins, they're still trying to keep that bot contested, try to keep themselves up in it. Vex currently in the face of a Reinhardt, not able to find any sort of value. And right now, it's just a poking game. No kills on either side, and it's going to be Ace High starting to push that bot a little bit forward.
They're trying to push it forward, but they are doing some great work on the side of the Penguins to keep it slow.
Yeah, absolutely. They're just keeping it stalled out. That brawl composition is basically a linchpin right now. That the Ace High have to try to work themselves around. Chobi's found Vex in an unsuspecting corridor where Vex is alive. Does have those two shotguns that keep healing himself up, and he's able to eliminate Chobi. A-Tech, however, is able to find the kill onto the opposing Ripper, but now with Bubbles down, Galactic Penguins have to retreat from this, and they're going to be retreating the hard way and dying to the hands of Pug.
Ace High is cleaning up here. They say, we don't care if you have a May wall to wall off Nova, because we are just going to walk around it, because we can. We have the fast rotations from Hypno. We have the jump from Big that can just put us right back into the fight. So they're actually going to swap off that May from the side of the Penguins to go onto the Reaper, as they probably noticed it wasn't working out right now.
See now that the push comes in here from the Galactic Penguins. The beat invested here from Bubbles as the Kitsune Rush and beat are invested from Ace High. Vex uses the Death Blossom, isn't able to find anything. Chobi charges right through, sacrificing his life almost dies, and will actually die to Hypno here as the rest of Ace High are cleaning up the picks from the Galactic Penguins. That bot's going to be sent back a little bit, but Ace High will win the fight in the aftermath.
Not only will they win the fight, but they will get to push forward almost to that forward spawn, which is very key here. I don't know if they can come back. They're kind of scrambling from the side of the Penguins. They're making swaps to the Roadhog on the side of Chobi, and they are looking for the right composition, but sometimes you just need to see if what you have can stick. So we'll see if this time this swap will work.
Absolutely. Galactic Penguins start making their way out. Chobi on that Roadhog, looking for the hook, misses it here as the rest of the team trying to push and make sure that bot does not hit the checkpoint, but Bubbles is already dead to Pug. Sergeant Pepper finds the kill on the Vig, but Chobi's now dead. Your main tank pressure's gone. So is your Reaper. The checkpoint will be unlocked, which allows for a 2-second respawn timer here for the remaining members of Galactic Penguins. They might be able to get a push here, albeit Ace High are pushing forward.
Yeah, there might be 7 minutes on the clock, but they've already taken the first checkpoint in terms of moving towards the end of the match here. So we're going to see, oh my god, a big pick from the side of Chobi.
Big pick indeed. Gets rid of Vex. The Reaper now out of the picture. Nova dies as well. Chobi making work here on this Roadhog. Does not want their season to end right now. And the Galactic Penguins will take that bot back into their favor once they get rid of Hypno. Another good hook from Chobi to secure the kill.
We were talking about swaps just a few minutes ago, but it seems like this was the right move to make because we can see that even the ultimate economy for both of these teams is looking pretty even. When Chobi swapped, there was only 1 online from each team, and now we're seeing basically 5 on from each side. Bubble's a little bit behind, but that beat won't matter just yet.
Absolutely. The checkpoint is reset here for the side of Ace High, but they've already found the kill onto A-Tech here, forcing the rest of the Galactic Penguins back. The Galactic Penguins don't want to use any of their ults into this fight, and no ults are going to be expensed here. Ace High will push that bot right back to their barricade.
Yeah, no ults from either side. So that is really, they're really biding their time here. They're really thinking it through, seeing who they can find out from the Penguins. That you're seeing who can they find a hook onto from the side of Chobi. But again, this long point here, this long bridge plays into the favor of the Penguins.
Absolutely, and with that Death Blossom from Vex right into the back line, finds 2. The rest of the kills all red in the kill feed. A team kill from Ace High, and that barricade is moving ever so closer to the end of the map.
Yeah, that Kiriko ult that opens up the spam on the bridge, and that large movement speed doesn't matter if you can't move around the Reaper ult. So we're going to see an overclock come out here to start as well.
Absolutely, overclock coming out here from Sergeant Pepper and from Pug, neither finding any kills thus far. Now the whole hog comes out here from Chobi, trying to keep himself alive, but Nova has found Sergeant Pepper. Your soldier's out of the fight, trying to get the whole hog kill onto Nova, but doesn't have the remaining damage to finish it off. The hook is a whiff. Kobe has not been able to find a kill thus far on this Roadhog since that last defense. Now you see the rest of the Galactic Penguins trying to find their stabilization. A-Tech's able to eliminate Nova here. It's possible for them to try and keep this alive. Now with A-Tech pushing forward, Bubbles finds the kill onto Vex, and the Galactic Penguins will seem like, it looks like they're going to be sending that bot right back to the center, and they will. They clean up Ace High, and now that bot's going straight back to the neutral.
Vex was sitting on the side there, getting so much value, pumping the bullets into the Roadhog, but sometimes you stay a little bit too long, and that allows that pick. When you lose your Reaper, that's your main point of chunk damage playing into that composition, and from there, it's just a window of opportunity for the Penguins to sustain.
Speaking of window opportunity, that's a good one. Already eliminating Vex. Chobi finds another crucial hook in this fight. Sergeant Pepper finds the railgun shot into Pug, and the Galactic Penguins are trying to push this pot right to their barricade for the first time in this series. They still have to clean up the remaining picks. Hypno will die, and it looks like at the end of the day, the Penguins will finally have some progress on that barricade.
Don't count the Penguins out just yet. They might be flightless birds, but they sure know how to swim in treacherous conditions. They are going to keep moving the ball forward. They're going to keep looking for their picks here on the side of Sergeant Pepper. They're going to keep looking for those hooks here. So keep an eye on Chobi as they go to push forward and look to open up this next fight. We're going to also potentially see an overclock coming here from the side of Vex or Pug.
Yeah, we actually see ults coming out. Both Kitsune rushes used here. Bubbles' beat is initiated, lands on the floor, but doesn't land on Sergeant Pepper! The overclock from Sergeant Pepper is not going to be used in this fight. Now the whole hog coming out here from Chobi, trying to knock everybody back. Does have the power of that Kitsune rush and eliminates 2 with it. Now the Galactic Penguins trying to clean up. Pug uses their own overclock and has found 2 thus far. Pug trying to bring it back with Nova's Primal Rage as well. Pug has found 3! Nova finds a 4th, and Ace High are trying to send this bot right back in the other direction, and they're going to!
We are seeing these Penguins trying their best here. They are trying to hold this cart with a little under 2.5 minutes here left, but every time Ace High is there to answer the call. We're potentially going to see a dive here from Nova to try and open up here, but can Chobi bring it back with a hook?
Absolutely, we'll see as Penguins start pushing them forward. Overclock is used here, but Sergeant Pepper needs to try and find something here to stop that bot from claiming the checkpoint. Death Blossom comes out here from Maytech in the small room, and both supports from the Ace High are now dead. 2 minutes remain on the clock. Now 3 picks in favor here for the Galactic Penguins. Now 4, and they're going to be sending that bot back. Ace High, now they need to recuperate once more, and they do not have close spawn.
These Lucios, I gotta say, they are sticking, they are taxing around their damage dealers. These Reapers are running around on there as fast as they can with these speed boosts and these amps. We're seeing some great play come out here, some great synergy from both teams.
Very Very close to death there from Bubbles, and will actually die in the aftermath. That's not good for the Galactic Penguins. You're already down one of your supports. Chobi, however, eliminates one of the big damage threats. Pug now out of the picture. He has this whole hog for emergencies. He's going to use it now with A-Tech falling. Ace High trying to equalize the score here. Find some more picks. Good hook coming out from Chobi, but is unable to finish the kill on the Vex. There's now only a minute left. Ace High have the bot once again in their control.
Even though you take out Pug, that leaves Vex the large source of chunk damage on the side of Ace High. And not only that, but they're going to have 4 ults online soon with that Reaper ult coming in as well. So you've got to be careful on the side of the Penguins. You've got to be ready to counter here.
Oh, you definitely are able to counter there with the Kitsune Rush. Chobi already finds the kill onto Vex. Make that a second one for Chobi onto Vig here. Pug and Sergeant Pepper having a little Sojourn duel up at the top, but Nova trying to bring it back here in the favor of the Ace High with the Kitsune Rush of Vig. The Primal Rage comes out, trying to boop away the Lucio. Bubbles trying to find that kill onto the critical Lucio when the beat is almost up. As Ace High still trying to clean it up, they will be able to find the kill onto Bubbles. Chobi and Nova are 1v1ing right now on the point. Now it's A-Tech coming back in the fight. We'll be able to eliminate 2, and the bot is going to go back in the favor of Galactic Penguins.
I don't know if that was the move there, because you're going to stagger yourself staying on point for that long on the side of Nova. And in that Primal Rage, you are feeding all charge to Vex and to Chobi. Chobi, with one hit of the breather, will get his ult back online. So we're going to see another brawl, another close 1v1 come out here soon.
It's going to be overtime here for Galactic Penguins. Chobi does not receive the beat, but the overclock is here from Pug and eliminates Bubbles. That's a critical pick. Ace High trying to send the Galactic Penguins swimming into the depths of the Arctic Ocean. But now you see that the rest of the Galactic Penguins trying to enter back. Chobi's whole hog able to find 2. Onyx finds 2 as well. Galactic Penguins will be able to win this fight and will start pushing that bot forward, but they have a long way to go here, Wiggloff.
They have a long way to go, and they cannot step off of that cart even if it kills them, because that will be the end of the match. That will be the just end of Galactic Penguins for this season. So we're going to see some potentially... Vex wants to send them home here right now. That's what the Vex is looking for. Just looking for a large or even one pick to open up the fight.
Does have this Death Blossom online. We'll see if Vex is able to use it, trying to bond down Chobi. Now the Death Blossom comes in, able to eliminate the Bubbles, but A-Tech grabs the slots back with 2. The Galactic Penguins not out of it yet.
Chobi!
2 more. All that's left is Pug on the Sojourn, and the Galactic Penguins trying to cap this checkpoint for their own. They're trying to make the miracle comeback here and keep their hopes of the tournament alive. Chobi, the only one remaining on the bottom. The checkpoint will be unlocked. That's crucial.
That is so crucial. Chobi is holding on for dear life here. Holding on for like the rest of the team is coming out. They might be able to get a reset. They need some kind of pick here. Oh, but they're going to isolate the DPS. I don't know how this is going to go.
Nova stop the DPS. Nova stop both DPS. Finds the kill on the Sergeant Pepper. Onyx is also dead to Vex. As now you see A-Tech trying to escape the battle. Will be able to for a little bit, but now Chobi meets Vex right in the face. Galactic Penguins trying to find their way back in. Nova has the Primal Rage. A-Tech able to find the kill to Vex, but nobody is there for Galactic Penguins to touch the cart. Now 2 picks for them. 3 picks for them. Ace High. They're not being defeated today. They will send the Penguins home and move to the championship bracket.
Ace High, what a stylish way to finish that match. Primaling Chobi off the map, jumping off the point, letting them think that they have a chance on the side of the Galactic Penguins. You might be thinking, oh no, they're committing onto one person rather than trying to just clear off the cart. But that's the type of move that you need to make there, right? Because if you can take down 1, if you can take down 2 before the rest of the team is able to regroup, right when they swung in that final fight and they isolated the DPS and support from the side of the Penguins, that is how you win that fight. Otherwise, if they get as 5, it's over. It's over, because we saw that there was a Reaper ult online, and wow, that was a crazy match. That was super hype.
That had to be one of the most craziest Coliseos I have seen in my life. And I have casted a lot of crazy Coliseos. People who have seen me in Tranquility know that I have casted a lot of crazy Coliseos. That was by far the craziest. And what a back and forth affair. It honestly did look like Galactic Penguins had the opportunity to push that bot all the way. but it was a smart maneuver from Nova, realizing that most of the Galactic Penguins were running back from spawn. Through that long way that you could see where the bot was coming from, they stockpiled right into that investment, found the 2 critical picks, and were able to take the victory in this matchup. Well played from Ace High to be able to realize that situation and find themselves in the championship bracket. They will face off against Fahrenheit 972 next week. And I mean, based off the performance we just saw, Wigloff, that's scary. That is really scary how well Ace High did. They have to face off against Fahrenheit next week. Fahrenheit might be sweating a little bit already.
I would imagine, or rather, I wouldn't blame them. I would imagine that they are sweating at this point. I'm sweating at this point because of the effort that Chobi put in there. I mean, for me, Chobi was the player of the match. I love it when a Roadhog gets to pop off like that. When you get to go and you get to find those picks and you really get to combo with your supports, you really just get enabled. It's the strength of that Kiriko, of that cleanse that keeps it alive, the Kitsune rush, which enables the Gatling gun, as we've been calling it, with the Roadhog Kiriko ultimates. So really just a great effort from both teams. Again, we only got to cast that one map if you're just joining us, but that was what a map to cast.
What a map indeed to cast. And I think a better name for that might be a well done pork chop. Just an idea coming to mind,
Sure.
But still, what a map to cast. What a performance from both of these teams in that last map. What a performance. What a day we've seen of Tranquility today between our two matches that we saw. There is one more match. I've been trying to stall to make sure we can get the score for that, but it has not come in, unfortunately. You'll be able to catch up with all the information on our Tranquility website, tranquility.gg, where you can see our brackets for each tier, as well as our feature matches for the rest of the week. Again, Wigloff mentioned earlier, we'll be back tomorrow for our Transcendence tier match, which I believe you said was Death Cards versus Amnesia, which I'm pretty sure that should be the feature match tomorrow. And then on Thursday, we'll be here with our Discord tier EU finals, which will be Deathwatch versus Mythical Kitsune. That'll be at 2:30 Eastern Standard Time, 8:30 Central European Time. And then we'll be back, and then we will finish out the night with our Discord tier North America feature match, which I'm getting that information really quickly, but that will be Chicago Deep Dish versus Doodles at 8:30 Eastern Standard Time on Thursday. So make sure you stay tuned to Tranquility Discord server and the Tranquility website for all of your updates on broadcasts, as well as anything happening in the community. But that's going to do it for us here today. For my wonderful co-caster Wigloff, as well as our amazing producer Laggy Sun, we thank you all for watching. My name has been Bowsy. Until we meet again, we hope you have an amazing night.
Thanks for tuning in, and see you next time.